right. I am so sorry that I had to do that, and unfortunately, my computer is not working for the live in my new house. So we're back on my phone, and no one's here yet, but I had to kick everybody out and start again on this because I'm gonna lose battery. I'm at 5% on my phone, and I'm live streaming on here. Hello, who's ever back? Hello, or if you're new, hi Sam. Sorry if you just heard or you didn't hear. My computer's not working, so unfortunately I'm back on my phone, and we have 5%. So it is plugged in as we do this, but it's draining so much of the battery that at some point it's just gonna die. Hello, Missy's Enchanted. Hi, Gabrielle Marie. Yeah, as I said, hi, if you're just tuning into this live stream, I am unboxing a surprise, and the surprise is the Wild Unknown Tarot deck. It was gifted to me by a lovely subscriber named Brianna out of the kindness of her heart. Brianna's here. That's Brianna. She is so wonderful and decided to just gift me this, and I am so, so grateful and happy. And we started doing the unboxing, and my phone was dying. So I tried to switch over to the computer. Hi, Nikki Sparkle. Yes, yes. So if you're just tuning into this second half here, we have, my phone is charging, but it is also at like 6%. So bear with me. If it just cuts out, I'm sorry. But yes, I know. Wasn't that so sweet of her? I like couldn't even, I was like speechless when I heard about it. And then for like a week, because I knew she had told me that she did that, and then I was waiting for like a week for it to come, and I was just like every day like, is it here? Is it here? Is it here? So I mean, we have a really busy week, so I wanted to make sure that I sat down and opened this up live. So right now we're going through it. We've already gone through all of the wands and the cups. We're just kind of taking a look at the cards, going through them one by one, and just kind of seeing. Right now we're on the Ace of Swords. And if you're not familiar with this deck, which I feel like most people are, it is mostly a very minimalistic image-based deck, and it has a lot of line work and very minimalistic coloring, but it's placed in specific sections of the card that really evoke, you know, certain meanings when you're reading it. So like, as you can see, this one is a black and white, and then we have this looks like a snake, but you don't see a head or a tail at all, and it is in a figure 8 or an infinity knot around this sword. So super cool, but that's kind of the vibe of the deck if you've never seen it before. Pretty. Missy, have you seen this deck, or have you, do you have this deck? Do you use it? Because I am really, really excited to play around with it. This is the Two of Swords, which is actually one of my favorite cards. I don't know why. I really like, whenever I see it come up in a reading for others or me, I just feel like it resonates with certain times of my life that are really clear when I give the message of it. Missy, you know, I'm becoming vegetarian and then vegan. Shut up, Brianna. Good for you. No way. I'm so happy. If you have any questions or you need help with recipes or like what to do and how to do it, I've been vegan for over 2 months and I haven't had dairy for over 6, so I will be there to help you. You can just DM me in my Instagram. But I feel so good being vegan, and yeah, so I'm very excited for you. I know you can do it. Whoa, look at this Three of Swords. Yes. Okay. So I have seen most of the cards in this deck, or at least I thought, just via Instagram or, you know, just looking them up on other people's videos, or, you know, when I watch tags of people, they're always mentioning this deck. And I don't think I've ever seen the Three of Swords. You know, when you just look at a card and you can just feel it. And I talk about this specific card all the time in the Shadowscapes Tarot, where it's a swan and it's got 3 swans or swords in it. I have it. I think you'll love it. You vibe with animals so well. That deer, so awesome. I was smiling from ear to ear from you. I know. It was really magical, and they're around here. If you guys don't know what Nikki was talking about on my vlog channel, I'm doing Vlogmas, which means I'm putting up a daily vlog every single day for the rest of the year. And where we live in our new house, there's a lot of deer that come, and I was getting ready for work the other day, and there was this 6-point buck that was just like hanging outside of the window, and I like ran outside with my camera and was like, come here, baby. And it was like, F you, and I kind of ran away. But anyways, this card's so powerful. It's really creepy in a good way, which is how this one should be going. I'm enjoying Vlogmas in your energy. Woohoo! Thanks, Nikki. Thanks for watching. I am getting ready to edit and upload a 2-part vlog because I may or may not have gotten drunk and didn't end 2 days ago. And you'll see about it. It'll hopefully go up later tonight. But yeah, I'm really having fun with it. Let's keep going here. We got the 4 of Swords. Look at the cute little lamb. So cute. So good. Is anybody else doing Vlogmas, or do you guys not even know what that is? I don't know. When I first came to YouTube, I was not in the metaphysical tarot realm of this. Vlogmas is cool, was gonna do it, but a lot of work. Yeah, it really is, Missy. And when I first started my own channels, I only did my vlog channel. I didn't talk about anything spiritual, anything metaphysical or tarot related. I was kind of like closeted when it came to that online. And I did daily family vlogs for over a year and a half. I put out a vlog every single day and never missed a day for a year and a half. And then just recently took a break because I was burnt out. And now I'm back, and I'm not doing daily vlogs over there. I mean, I am for this month, but it's like, you know, every few days or so, or maybe I'll mash in a few days together. So I love watching them. You're the first meta Vlogmas I've seen. That's something that I kind of wish that more people did, and I don't know if like our metaphysical community really knows about Vlogmas. I feel like that's the other side of YouTube, but that's what I was introduced to first. But I think it is a lot of work, especially on top of the holidays, but I'm doing it. I don't care. I don't care. Whoa, look at this one. 5 of Swords, and it's got a worm that's been sliced right through it. This actually looks like really cool this way. Is that weird? I don't do any spreads. I'm trying to think if I do any spreads where I would put the cards horizontal. Have you done any Christmassy Yule readings yet, Sammy? I haven't. There's so much going on in the house. I appreciate you doing it, and we'll watch every single Vlogmas for sure. You guys are so lovely and supportive. I love it so, so, so much. No, I haven't. I really haven't been able to read for myself all that much. And I'm literally just now getting to like kind of get things in order and make time. Like I just did a reading for myself with my new Centennial Rider-Waite deck that came in the mail last night, and I did like a big 13 card spread for myself, and I was like, that's it. And I really haven't been able to do, because we moved and all of this stuff. Sorry, that's just my dresser. It's just my dresser. It's fine. It's fine. But I have so many ideas and readings that I want to get together. Like we just entered into a Mercury retrograde, and I really would like to get some insight on that and where my energies need to be focused, get back into the flow at the new home, ease into your daily routine. Basically, we're just still unboxing things and trying to get the house set. Glad you found time to read for yourself. Creative Coffee, it is so important for me, especially as a reader. I'm not dogging on anybody who says this, but I myself never resonated with people who can't read for themselves and are readers for other people. I'm not saying anything bad against you if you are like that, but it's for me personally. If I am not connecting the cards to my own life and kind of checking in with myself, I try to pull 2 cards a week at least. It's self-love time. Honestly, I mean, I do my daily pulls for Instagram, and I've gotten a pretty good regular flow with that. You know, I do a couple a week, and that helps at minimum. That's what I'll do. But if I'm not checking in with myself and reading cards more than that, I can tell that my mojo in readings for others and clients or even friends, it's not as connected, because I don't know. That's just me personally. And like I said, everybody's different. Everyone reads different. Everybody has different flows and things. I need feedback from the cards. I lost it. I lost what you said there. I'm sorry, Nikki. Let me see if I can pull it back up. But Anyways, I know I kind of got off on a little tangent. Oh, my phone's charging though, so that's good. We went from 5% to 9%, so we're really going now. We're doing it. We'll be okay. We'll get through this live stream. I'm just gonna keep going. Okay. So yeah, I never really understood that. And so with this whole month with traveling and moving and birthdays, okay, wait, stop. I want to talk about this because I keep trying to say it and I've just been holding on to this card. Doesn't this look cool horizontal? I don't do very many spreads where I lay the cards horizontal, and I know that a lot of the times I've seen cards or spreads that way where like you'll do what crosses you, or, you know, the issue, or, you know, a blocked, you know, energy, and, you know, you kind of put it horizontal over another card or whatever. I don't use spreads that do that. But I feel like if this were to come up horizontal, like, I don't know. That's it. Anyways, I think it would be cool. And now I'm kind of curious to like some of these other ones if they came up that way. And now I kind of want to create a spread that does that or utilizes that more. Look at this one with that rainbow. And I love how it looks like either the rainbow is blocking all of this dark and heavy energy from entering above it, or if this is coming out from underneath the rainbow, kind of like the grass is greener kind of thing. So that is really interesting to see how that comes up, and this would be reversed. So that's cool. Yeah, like this one, look at this one. Look at how cool. Fox is another one of my spirit animals. If y'all know me, you know I love foxes. I just love this, but how cool. I'm just like fascinated with how this deck is going to read with minimalistic decks like that. The slightest bit of the positioning or the colors or, you know, anything like that can really make a difference for me, which is part of the reason why I might have to buy this, but I don't know if I'm ready. Brianna, have you bought a deck yet? Do you have decks? And yeah, like I can't really give you advice on this one because I've never read with it yet. I've heard that it is not as easy for beginners, but if you know how to read intuitively, or if you're going to pick up reading intuitively, it might not. Yeah, I have the Gilded Tarot. Okay, I don't have the Gilded Tarot, so I can't firsthand tell you. Do you read with it well? Like, are you struggling with it, or is it one that you've been reading with for a while, or look at how cool this card is. I love it. I love how the one is just hanging from this single sword here. That's how I felt about it when I opened it. My body was buzzing. It was crazy. That's how I felt about it. This deck, are you talking about this deck? What's a beginner deck that you would recommend? Carly, I will, hold on, let me read this so it doesn't go away. When you do an unboxing and speak about the cards and what you see, you help me to look differently. I love that. You take a hand. Ah! I tried to read it really fast. Hold on, you guys. Like, let me get this open. If somebody else comments, I'll see hers again, but it went away. Carly, I will recommend you a few decks to start off with, but let me... Okay, I was worried it was over my head at first, but resignated quickly. Good. And then Nikki said, as if you take me by my hand and show me a different perspective. I'm so glad that I do that, because sometimes I feel like I just babble things that like people don't really care about. And some of my unboxings and walkthroughs are so long, but once I just start talking, like I just want to pick up all of the little... Okay, yeah, that will help, Carly, if you DM me on Instagram, because then I can help you and we'll be able to have like a conversation. My friend bought it for me. Okay, I'm really glad that you guys like that, because I just kind of talk and say what comes to my mind, and yeah, I'm glad that it helps. This ugly ass card is so cool. Look at this freaking card. It is so ugly, which is just awesome. So there is, like, this could go, like, again, sideways. Carly Klein, have you checked out Everyday Witch Tarot? That was my first deck, and I found it super easy to read with. Thank you, Kayla. That's an awesome suggestion. That's a deck that I don't have as well, but I feel like it has really, from what I've seen, it seems like it's really kind of Rider-Waite based. So it might be helpful to have a deck that's close to those images. But for myself, the first deck that I actually really connected with and you know, started to read and it made sense and I wasn't forcing it was the Nicoletta Ciccoli Tarot. And I don't know, I talk about it friggin' every video. You guys hear me talk about that deck, but I feel like it's different for everybody. And for me, I just now got my first Smith-Waite tarot deck. And I knew all the images, like I knew all the meanings and I knew everything. So I wanted all the fancy decks and I wanted all of the fun stuff. And for me, it didn't really matter. I would look at the images and know, you know, the meanings, even if it was when I was first beginning and I had like an idea of what the meaning was, but I wasn't sure. The images on a deck like Nicoletta Ciccoli to me just took me to that level and I was just able to freaking talk. Yes, I've wanted it forever. I don't know why I haven't gotten it. My first deck that I connected with was the Legacy of the Divine. I've never heard of that one. I've never heard of that deck. I'm gonna have to look that up. So I will recommend some decks. But like I said, I mean, I could recommend the basic ones that most people recommend. I'm trying to think if I could just talk about some now. You know what's a really cute one and is the Happy Tarot. That's one that I would totally recommend for people because it is affordable. It is Rider-Waite imagery. It's super adorable and user-friendly, and it doesn't have any scariness to it. So if you are trying to read for friends and family or yourself, or, you know, a lot of people can get like weirded out by some of the imagery in decks. Like if this is your first deck and you're like, Mom, or, you know, best friend, I really want to read for you, and a card like this shows up, it might be awkward for you at first or them, or, you know, the Happy Tarot has this like such a cute vibe to it. It's all like just cute little cartoons, but I find that deck reads extremely blunt and extremely to the point, and it's just, there's the cards, there's the meaning, and it's like no bullshit still, but it's very user-friendly and very, you know, magical forest as well. Yes, someone was just asking me about that deck the other day. I can't remember who I was talking to on Instagram. That's another one. Is that the one that has like the animals with like the big bulby eyes? I really want that deck. I really, really want that deck. Again, there's so many decks I want. I really want the Magical Forest deck because I think it's like going to be very similar to the Happy Tarot, but have a little bit more of an artsy feel to it. The bunnies, frogs, etc. I think you would love it. I think I would too, Nikki. So anyways, I would recommend either a Rider-Waite, but I did not start on a deck like that. So honestly, it doesn't really matter. If you connect with the images, if you connect with the artistic style of a deck, I would say grab it and go and play around. And even if you don't use it forever, you're gonna get something out of it and you're gonna develop a knowledge of what you do like and what you don't like. So if you grab onto a deck and you're like, oh, I really am drawn to these images, I feel like I'm gonna connect with it, and you read a couple times or you mess around with it and you feel like I'm not connecting with it, just try to assess what it is about the deck that you are vibing with or not vibing with. I really like the Crystal Tarot. Okay. Is the Crystal Tarot, I think I have the Crystal Tarot. This one right here, is this the one you're talking about? Because I feel like there's multiple Crystal Tarot decks. If it's this one, I don't recommend it. For a beginner deck. Yes. I don't recommend this for a beginner deck. I have a very hard time reading with it because it's extremely pip style, and by that, if you don't know what that means, it means all of your court cards look exactly the same, but they have different crystals in it. That's the pink one with gems. Okay. Yeah, maybe she's talking about a different one. We got so sidetracked, y'all. We are only halfway through this friggin' deck, but I really want to make sure, because Brianna's the one that got me this deck, so I'm making sure that I answer her questions. Here, this is the Crystal Tarot that I have. And I did an unboxing of this on here. Sorry. Yeah, it's all your fault, Carly. No, it's a different one I was thinking of. It's very sweet and pink and purplish, Rider-Waite. Yeah, this is, okay, so this is Rider-Waite in as far as like the images of the majors and stuff. So like, here's the Knight of Wands. Here's the Fool card. Like, these are all great. Totally, like, would recommend something like this. Let me get another one. Let me show you like a major, like here's the Chariot. I have the Llewellyn's Classic Tarot. It's super easy. There we go. Okay, Brianna, take some notes here, girl. These people are giving good suggestions. Like here's the Moon card. This is actually really beautiful. I love this so much. Those purples and stuff. Okay, but then we get to the Court cards, and so let me find you. Oh, you guys, you got me real off track here. So this is okay. So like here are 2 pentacles. So here's the 5 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. These are how all of the suits are done. Each of them obviously are different. Like the Cups has cups and the Pentacles have pentacles. It seems very teenagery, the crystal visions. Yeah, I don't have the crystal visions, but this one is so difficult. I can't read with it. I'm just not used to reading with decks like this. For people who do, I feel like read with decks like this, great. The only problem too is that each of them have, we are being a little annoying. You just want to go through the wild unknown and we can't wait for you to look at all the cards and then chat about anything. Okay, as long as you guys are okay with me just like talking. This deck is got crystals, it's the Crystal Tarot on each card, and you know, I can look at maybe 1 or 2 of these cards and be like, oh, that's amethyst, or oh, that's a sunstone. And for these, you look at it and you're like, I have no idea what that stone is down there. And that meaning means a lot and represents a lot for that card. So you have to use the guidebook on this, unless you like just freaking memorize all of the cards and what, you know, which one is like on there. So, anyways, I'm going to move on, but that's the problem with this one, which is why I don't recommend this one for you, Brianna, to start off with, because I have a very hard time reading and connecting with mostly the suit cards, but they're really good for like a daily pull. If you need a moderator, Sammy, I volunteer. Just saying. Yeah, I saw someone ask me about the Christmas tree here. I don't know how to add a moderator, Nikki, but I would love you. Sammy, comparing Rider-Waite-Smith with Wild Unknown cards is really interesting. Yeah, because I feel like it's so different. It was a little random, so I'm like, yeah, we'll see. I just kind of brushed it on by. Okay, I'm going to keep going, you guys. But Brianna, just so you know, DM me. I will, and Carly, if you didn't already, DM me and I will recommend some decks for you guys. But I wouldn't get the Crystal Tarot. I wouldn't say that that's a good one. I would say if I were going to give you one to start off with, just so it's fun and colorful and happy and easy, but also, you know, got that Rider-Waite-Smith imagery to learn and get the basics, I'd say the Happy Tarot, just because it's so cute. At least it was a Christmas tree and nothing else. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so now we are in, I love to use Wild Unknown to determine the energy of the situation. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. The Daughter of Swords. So the swords are all in owls. Cool. So this one is the Daughter of Swords. I love these little, like, it almost looks like fireflies in the background, and each of them have like a little different color. That's the only color in here. Ooh, or I'm looking at it and it kind of looks like falling snow with little Christmas lights in there, but I don't know how you would. Maybe that's just because we're talking about Christmas trees. Brianna, you're the sweetest. Had to mention, so generous, and it brought us together chatting here today. I know, isn't it so nice? I just couldn't even when I heard about it. I'm just so grateful and just so humbled again. The Son of Swords. So we have this guy, this is a great way to represent the Son of Swords. The way that he's like diving and in action and like going and moving, and he looks like he's got his mark and he's aiming for it. I love it. This is really good. That's probably my favorite one out of the courts so far that I've seen. He's flying! Yes, yes. The Mother of Swords. Ooh, girl, look at this death stare. Look at that. It's like, you don't want to mess with this bitch. This is so sweet. Thank you so much, Nikki. Y'all are going to make me cry. You're going to make me cry. It's me, Sam. This is me for sure. No, actually, it's not. I love the Mother of Swords energy. I love it, and I feel like I can use it as a tool. I think we all have a little bit of each of the court cards within us that we can pull from. I don't see that the Mother of Swords is one of my overall energies, like general energies. I really resonate with the Queen of Pentacles, and I really resonate with the Queen of Cups and the Page or the Daughter of Swords. Those are like the three that I kind of jumble back and forth through. Yes, we all have court cards, I think, in us. Yeah, all of them. We have the ability to use any of that we need, but I do have quite a number of Mother of Swords people in my life and in my family. So I'm not opposed to it, and I know how to deal with it, and it's goods and it's bads, you know what I'm saying? But I really like the way that was depicted with those eyes. And look at this one, this Father of Swords and his eyes. Good Lord. Look at this sword. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. You guys see that? Look at that. He is like, what is up? You wanna debate with me? You wanna take me down to legal town? I will destroy you. I can be Mother of Swords sometimes, but on my defense, they will be asking for it. Never mind, that's me. Who knew an owl could be so intimidating? Yes, rainbow swords are cool. They're always better. Well, my tea is extremely cold now, so that's cool. Ace of Pentacles. So looks like our pentacles, let me just look really here. Oh, each of them look different. Never mind. This is a really cool representation of an Ace of Pentacles because it looks like it is a tree that has been split, and you can look at the rings of its life. Do you guys ever know that? When you split a tree, you can see all of the rings is like how many years I think that it's been. I'm jealous. Mother of Cups is who I am, but Mother of Swords is who I wish I was more of. You have it in you. You have it in you. You just gotta, work on accessing that energy a little bit more. I need to let Mother of Cups see the daylight more, Kayla. Will you guys get together and hang out and you can draw the best from each other? Ace of Pentacles. Look at how cool that is. I love right in the center right there. It actually kind of looks like a wishing well too, doesn't it? Doesn't this look like a well where you could like throw your coin in it and get a wish? Oh my God. Yes. Things are happening. The tea has gone straight to my head. This is the Two of Pentacles. I love that today was a Page of Cups day for me. See this? That's what you do. I love it. Thanks, Nikki. Look at this. Gorgeous. I'm trying to think of how this butterfly and like the balance energy of the Two of Pentacles comes in together. That'll be interesting to see how it comes up, Just trying to look at some of these reversed too. Ooh, cool. Almost looks like you can see a face in it now. Really, the tea has come straight to my head here. Okay, so now here, if the imagery for the Pentacles continues being this stunning, I'm going to have to buy this deck. Yeah, honestly, I'm so impressed. I think this is the most visually pleasing is the Pentacles so far. Look at this one. Anyone have a favorite Wild Unknown card? I love the Eight of Cups. Oh, that was the good one. And I think someone else said the Ten of Cups was their favorite, and that one was really pretty. I know, we haven't even gotten to the freaking majors yet. Look, that Three of Pentacles is amazing. Ugh. Four of Pentacles. Look at this. It looks like it has tie-dye, or that the colors have bled out from like what looks like a string effect. You know what this looks like, you guys? I'm taking you back to like the 90s when you do that, like the string thing with your hands, and like, your friends would come and like pull where the crosses were and like go underneath, and then it would make like a new shape. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Cat's cradle. What do you know about a cat's cradle, Kayla? It kind of looks like that, doesn't it? But it's really interesting about how, yes, playground games at school, how the Four of Pentacles is really talking about, you know, building a foundation and wanting the security and holding tight to what you have, and making sure that you know, in the typical Rider-Waite, it shows, you know, like a guy or a king on a throne, holding a coin, one on his head and one underneath each of his feet. And when I dealt with this for my monthly card, it was really talking a lot about my home and building that foundation and wanting that security and holding on to what I have and not being able to let go, or just that money mindset of like feeling like I don't have enough. And really when you're doing that cat's crate, I don't know why I'm going into a fucking reading right now, but grabbing a cup of coffee, I'm enjoying this. Okay. When you do those games, you really have to trust in the other person to not F it up. You know, if they don't pinch in the right spots and they don't come around in the right way, it's going to fall apart and you have to start over again. And what's funny is it's a give and take with the universe, with spirit, with the mother. I mean, whatever you want to call it, it's a give and take. You have to have trust in the universe and you have to be open in your money and in your mindset about the flow of abundance and be ready to receive it. Because if we're just holding on and we're just, you know, we're not trusting that other person to take those strings and kind of make the right correct connections. If you guys have ever done this cat's cradle and you got a friend who like didn't really get it and you were like, no, you have to, no, you pinch, take your hand, and you can't show them because your hands are in the string. You're in the shit. You're in the struggle, and you have to trust that they will just get it and that it will happen. And I don't know why I just went into that. I felt like I had to, but, this is my favorite card so far because I just took my mind down that randomness. But it's really, really beautiful how all those colors are like bleeding out there. Anyways, I think you guys know what I was saying. I think you know where I was going with that. Interesting. I'm already feeling like a vibe with it here. And then we have the 5 of coins. Beauty and the Beast. Doesn't it? Doesn't it? I love this. And there's a lot of connection with that story and this card as well that you could draw on. Or you could go somewhere completely different. Think I'll create a Christmas spread tomorrow. Ooh, let me know if you do. I'd love to do it. Like I said, I'm finding some more time here. I really wanted to create a Mercury retrograde spread. I guess it's not too late, but I'm getting those vibes. Yes, where are we at now? We're on the 6 of Pentacles. And this looks like a little, like a bush or a branch that has little berries on it, but each of these colored, what looks like little berries are the pentacles. Sorry, I just lost my track of thought there for a second. This is an interesting way to depict the 6 of Pentacles. Like there's enough to go around, or maybe you're walking through the forest and think that you don't have enough food and you might not survive, and just a magical little happiness shows up and, you know, you're given some help or receive some help and nourishment through the woods. I don't know. This is going to be interesting how that comes across. What are we at now? 7 of Pentacles. We're back to no color, and look at the way that this is all lined up in a diagonal like that. This is interesting. Cool. Again, I'm trying to think how that would look. I'm so excited. This is so cool. Look at this one. Oh, I love it. I dig spiders. Is that weird? Like, I love spiders. They can go up or down. They really can. Look at this. I love spiders. I just saw one early this morning, and it was on that wall, and it was pretty big, and it was crawling, and it went behind my mirror, and I was like, you do you, spider. Kill all the other weird shit in my house. Like, just don't bite me in my sleep. Do your thing. I don't know why I just leave them. I love spiders too. I have one that has been living in my shower for months. Did you name him? I had one that was living in like the mirror of my car, like the outside mirror of my car, and I named him Pete, and he was really cute, and he was really scary actually because he was really big. But I was always scared, like get in my car really quick, and then if I went on the highway, I was kind of worried that like he wasn't gonna hang on. I was like, no, Pete, go when you're home. You're gonna get thrown out. Oh, look at this one. My wife named him Buddy. I have that since my tarot journey started. If I can get them out of my house, I will, but I won't kill little bugs, except for flies. Ew. Yeah, I don't really like flies, but I always see them and I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to be knowing right now? Like, I'm like that about everything. I just feel like everything has a message or a meaning or symbology of some sort. Whoa. The left side of my head is vibrating. The whole back of it. Holy crap. Was it because I was talking about everything having a meaning? Was it because I'm looking at this card? It's buzzing again. Holy shit. Now, okay, you guys know that if you do, if you don't, feathers are one of my signs and symbols from spirit. Specifically, my papa who's passed, he sends my grandmother and me feathers. So maybe that's just him or spirit trying to connect with me because they're like, stop talking and look at this freaking card. But this came on my left side, which I associate with the female energy. So it was just a little... I have a weird little critter bug on my keyboard yesterday. It was labradorite colored. I started to talk to him and I put him outside after a bit. I don't know why she showed up still. Maybe it was just like, hey, how you doing? You want to talk to me? Do you need someone to talk to? Anyways, I don't really know what to say about this other than my freaking head just started vibrating like crazy when I looked, I think when I was talking about this card. This is gorgeous. This is so pretty. Ugh, I love it. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving on. Sorry, guys. Hi from Finland, the Thunder Sword. Sorry, that was kind of hard to say. How are you? Welcome. If this is your first time to my channel, we're going through a secret deck. It's not a secret anymore. It's the Wild Unknown Tarot. And a wonderful, lovely girl named Brianna gifted it to me out of the kindness of her heart. So we're going through it right now, and I'm just so thrilled and happy. Oh, the pentacles are deer. I forgot about that. Oh my gosh. Maybe it's confirmation that all does have a meaning to pay more attention to the signs. I know. I'm like the biggest preacher of that, and I'm also still like the biggest ditz when it comes to like, oh wow, cool, look at that. It's a butterfly. And then like 2 hours later, I'm like, oh wait, it was a butterfly. I get it. Like, that's why maybe I'm always reminding you guys to pay attention. I'm good and just asking, do you like Star Wars? You know, I love Star Wars, but we're talking about tarot. Nikki Sparkle, LOL. So here is the next one. This one's the last one. We're on the 10 of Pentacles. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's so pretty. It's like a little spiraling vortex of color. And the way that the pentacles are positioned is really curious again to me. This one doesn't really do too much difference reversed. I mean, it's a little heavier on the bottom with the purple, but oh no, somebody else typed something because I didn't see that comment. Just even say like, what's up or something, and it'll come back and I'll see it. Okay, so now we're in the court cards of the pentacles, and like I said, these are deer. Okay, hi, thank you. I always know when spirit are about because I get headaches and then I start to feel, hear, or see things related to whoever it is coming through. Interesting. I'm sorry that it comes across in headaches. I dealt with headaches and migraines my entire life until I switched up my diet. And so maybe that is why, was because I wasn't eating clean enough for my connections to come through in a positive sense. And so it manifests itself in headaches. But that's really cool that you're aware of it and that you know what's happening. I guess I would just maybe suggest, you know, taking a look and asking spirit to come through, or, you know, working on your energy so that it doesn't have to manifest itself in some way that's, you know, kind of painful and annoying. But that's really cool that you know and you sense it. Daughter of Pentacles is this cute little baby deer, this little baby Bambi. And it's all black and white, but there's this beautiful little rainbow right ahead. I need to eat clean. Too much heartburn. Girl, I know I smashed some chips and salsas late last night and did not serve me well this morning. Not even gonna lie about it. Son of Pentacles. I don't know why, but I immediately thought of my brother as soon as I saw this card, which was so weird. I don't know why, because I really associate my brother more with the Knight of Swords. My brother is totally the Knight of Swords. But for some reason, maybe I need to give him a call because this deer kind of looks a little upset. Well, actually, not so much, but it's in that same position as that horse was, where it was like hanging its head. I stopped eating after 8 p.m. and my heartburn went way down. Yeah, but like sometimes I get hungry at night. No, I feel you. That looks just like the deer you saw the other day. Oh my gosh, it totally does. This is because it was a 6-point buck, but it was not like, it wasn't like huge, but it was a big boy. It was a big boy. This definitely looks like, maybe I need to give my brother a call. Why am I feeling that? Oh, I hope he's okay. Yeah, anyways, look at how the moon is just right around that pentacle, and it's the only thing with color. Love it. Mother of Pentacles. Now, you guys, this is my jam. This is my vibe all day, every day. Mother of Pentacles. You were counting the points. Yes, call him. Okay, good. Look at this. She's got her little baby. She's very content. She seems grounded, but she's aware. Like, don't mess with her. But also, she's just there to nurture and to protect. I love it. So good. Father of Pentacles. Whoo boy, look at them antlers. He is a sassy one. What I really like is the lines in the background, actually. This deck is beautiful. I've asked my partner to get it for me for Christmas. Well, I highly recommend, excuse me, I haven't gotten to read with it yet, obviously, but even from just like going through the cards, I can tell when I can pick up intuitively on things, easily or not. So, I mean, this is a really different deck than normal like Rider-Waite kind of decks, or normal imagery. The second you pulled that card, an image of my dad popped in my head. Yes. Don't you see, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to like feel it. I'm looking to actually feel it, or just to immediately get hits intuitively, and to be able to roll with him. And I don't have to know why, and it doesn't have to connect really at all to the card. It just has to make me go, oh, I'm there. Does that make sense? I mean, I don't know. That's just how I read, and it has always worked for me like that. When I have a deck and I'm trying too hard and I'm like, okay, this is the actual meaning of the card. Here I'm going through it now. This is what this image looks like. I get blocked. And so I think I just have the general basis of the cards, well, more than, but when I first started reading, having the general basis of the cards, that's all I needed. And then whatever I was supposed to be saying was what is right and what worked for me. Yeah, he doesn't associate with this, but he came into your head. Interesting. Maybe he's going through this kind of energy right now, or he's in that space. Yeah, my dad I associate my dad with the Knight of Wands and the King of Cups. He is a mixture of those two to me. Okay, so now we're in the majors, which is funny because normally when you open decks, I mean, not every deck, but pretty much a majority of decks, you start with the Fool and you go through the majors and then you go through the suits and courts. But this one was backwards, which is kind of fun because now we're going through the majors and we've seen what all of the suits are. And we have the Fool here, which is a cute little goose duckling, little ugly duckling on a stick. It looks so cute. Oh my gosh. It's just like whenever you see these little ducklings and they're just like hopping and learning how to fly, or they're learning how to just like move, they look this is such a good way to represent the Fool card. It's just like so spontaneous and, oh, you're not a fool, little duckling. No, but you don't have your footing all the way. You're just gonna fall and go wherever you need to go and you'll learn from there. So this is the Magician. I have seen this card a lot on social media and I think it is a stunning Magician card. I think it's so, so good. Look at that. All of the suits there on the bottom, the powerful lines and coloration behind. I love it. Now the High Priestess, this one's a little interesting to me because this image is very masculine to me, and I really, it's okay, but I associate the High Priestess with a feminine vibe. It doesn't have to, that's just kind of like in my mind or like naturally where I go to, and obviously this could be a female tiger, but this comes off very masculine, so I'm really curious to how I read with it or what comes up when I put it in a spread. The Empress is just a tree. you guys. The Empress is just a tree. Well, not just a tree, but it is a tree, and it has coloration of like pink and purple on the outskirts of it. And that's it. That's all you need. Like, there's so much you could get for this. I'm new to tarot. I started beginning of this year because it came to me in a dream, and I get different meanings sometimes instead of the originals. Fine, go with it. Go with it. Whatever feels right, whatever feels like that's what needs to be said and what you're feeling, I'm totally a supporter of that. And good for you. That's so cool that you're just beginning your tarot journey. Okay, and the Emperor is a tree too. Although, look at how did they get such a masculine and feminine looking tree? They're both just trees, but this one is got such a masculine vibe, and this one has such a feminine vibe. I don't know if it's in the coloration or if it's in this like strict up and down like movement of this tree. And then this one's just got like this more of a, I don't know, this is so cool. I'm so excited. Very, very cool. The Hierophant. This is like Edgar Allan Poe vibes for sure. Look at that. With that thunderbolt in the background. I love the Lovers. This is a really cool, and I'm going to tell you what came to my mind when I just saw this. When geese fly, if you can see that, there are geese on there. When geese fly, you know, they fly in a V, and who's ever at the front of the V is taking all of the heat, basically, you know, and it trickles down because the way that their wings are, they're taking a brunt of the wind and the elements that are going to be, you know, coming towards them. And so if you've ever seen them, they'll change formation. Okay, ladies, now let's get information. Sorry, I had to. But the geese will switch, so, you know, they'll take turns and they'll, you know, work their way up to the front so everybody has their turn. They've got to make a choice, and they don't speak to each other. They just know how to communicate and how to get there from point A to point B as a team, how to work, how to just kind of make it so that at one point, so that everybody isn't all taking the same brunt, that they are working together as a team, like I said, to take turns on being in the front and taking the shit, you know? And I think that talking about that and having that knowledge and representing it in a Lover's card about the choices that you make and the connections in the relationships that you have, it's a give and take, and it goes both ways. And sometimes someone might be working harder than the other, or, you know, but in the end, it's all for the whole team's highest good. And I don't know why, I just felt like I needed to say that and get that out there, because as soon as I saw it, I was just, I actually really, really, really like this Lover's card. Also, I got to throw in some Beyonce, so that was kind of cool too. Okay, so now we have the Chariot. I've also seen this card before, just I think on Instagram or social media or something. And this is cool. I don't like get any vibes right away from it, but I think it's really cool how it's like head on. You know, it looks like it's going, it's running, or it's about to take off if it's not already. Beautiful. And you guys notice like the corners here have just a glimpse of color. That's the only color on this card. Interesting. All right, let me take a sip of my cold ass tea. We're getting through this, you guys. We're getting through it. Does anybody have any questions or anything so far? We only have a few more cards left, and then I'm going to be done unless somebody needs me to talk about something specific here. This is the Justice card. Holy shit. This is so interesting. I don't think I've seen this Justice card. There's no color on it. And it's like the balance here. Look at this. The balance of black and white. And it's like a double-edged sword kind of connotation that's coming to me here. I love it. We calmed down in chat. I think we're watching to see how you react to the majors. I'm sorry if I'm like getting a little lackluster now, but I'm just kind of trying to take it all in. But that Lover's card, I think, is my favorite out of all the majors so far. This is so interesting because The eyes on the white one are like black. Can you see that? No, it's not really focusing. Hello there! Oh gosh, I can't believe I came in the part about the Lovers card. I pulled that card this morning and I was just talking to my boyfriend about it. Did you pull it from this deck? And did you talk about the same thing that I was talking about? Or were you just talking about the Lovers card in general? Because that is so cool. I don't know why my mind went there and I don't know why I needed to tell you guys all of that. But I just felt like I needed to elaborate more on that one. This is really freaking cool. And actually, I'm a little overwhelmed at all of the things that this card could represent. I pulled it from my Mucka deck. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. But that's, I'm going to have to look that up. I have to write these down. There's like 2 or 3 in the comments that people mentioned that I really want to look at. That is interesting. Oh, you want that so bad? Oh, Sam, DM me or something and remind me to look that deck up because I don't think I've ever heard of that deck and I really want to remember it. The Hermit. It's an Art Nouveau deck, and I love it. Oh, maybe I have seen that deck. Maybe I have seen it. Anyways, will someone DM me and let me know? It's the sassiest deck I've ever had. I love it. Okay, I have to look it up. I really want to see it and probably add it to my wish list. This is the Hermit. I've seen this one before, and this is a perfect representation of the Hermit to me. I love this. This totally reminds me of my mom, and one of her spirit animal is a turtle or a tortoise. She really likes turtles, but my mom and I are very hermity energies, and if you associate this in astrology, it is linked with Virgo, and I have a Virgo ascendant, so I can definitely have a hermit. I definitely have hermity energy going on, and so does my mom. We're not really sure of her exact chart. I think she has got Virgo in her, but my mom and I are definitely homebodies for the most part. And I just like the feel of this and that I connect it to my mom because I just get those vibes. That's me. That's me. But there's really wonderful things about the Hermit, and I really always associate Mercury retrogrades with the Hermit card. I don't have Virgo, but such a hermit. Yeah, there's a lot of other like signs that are equated to, you know, being a hermit or having the hermit vibe. But I always associate astrologically the tarot card of the Hermit to a Virgo. But I always associate as well the Hermit with Mercury retrogrades. And if you know anything about that, we just entered into one yesterday, 2 days ago, yesterday. What day is it? And I really always find that I get the Hermit card over and over and over again in my daily pulls when we're in Mercury retrograde. So anyways, this is the Wheel of Fortune card. There's so much going on here. Oh my gosh. Whoo, lordy. Look at that. Then if you notice there is, yes, until the 22nd of December, I believe. I have it written in my bullet journal for sure. It's real close to Christmas. It's beautiful and there's so much going on. This is actually one of the cards I think that has the most in it, the most going on. So bad at astrology. All the planets confuse me. I know it's a lot, but I got into astrology before I ever picked up the cards, so that is just second nature to me. My grandmother taught astrology her whole life, and she does natal chart readings. She just actually reopened her business at 76, and she's taking freaking natal chart readings, birth chart readings, and I'm so impressed with her. So it's just a second language to me at this point. Can you do another bullet journal video? Yes, I am, and I have one scheduled to go up. So I'm really excited. Hopefully this week or next week I will be getting one up, and it's going to be the end of this. It's going to be a December bullet journal and also a beginning of the 2018 spreads and my January plan, if that makes sense. So stay tuned for that. Now we have the Strength card. I've also seen this one on social media before, but it's beautiful. I love it. Your grandmother is a gem. Adore your relation with her. Makes me miss my Nana more, but smile as well. I know. I love my grandma so much. Yeah, she's just such a light, and she's just so ahead of her freaking time, man. She's the most meta woman I've ever met in my life, and she's so full of energy. Yeah, she tires me out. She's 76, and I hang out with her for like half of a day, and I am exhausted. And she's just like, let's go, let's go. I am wondering, how do you feel about people that have never been taught how to read the tarot? I kind of picked up a deck at 12 and just started. I feel like there's so many ways I could answer that. But what do you mean taught? Like somebody sitting down and teaching them tarot? Because instead of like self-taught, like learning the meanings yourself, I feel like whatever way works for somebody else, if they have the privilege of having and knowing someone that can teach them, amazing. But I think 90% of people are taught because they want to get into it and they teach themselves. So I would say that whatever way works for people. I kind of had a mixture of both, so I was lucky in that regards. I've always been interested in astrology and everything spiritual. I think that's why tarot came to me in a dream, as I've been connected with spirit since I was 4. Yes, I think was that Creative Coffee you said that they're leaving? I know I'm trying to get through it, I'm sorry, but thank you so much for coming by, Creative Coffee. I love you, and I will see you next time. There's no right or wrong way to me. I don't feel like you need a course or a certificate. No, I don't either. I feel however about it, whatever works for you. I feel like, yeah, whatever works for you. I was blessed with someone in my life that taught me tarot, and also I had to learn tarot myself, because you can't entirely be taught by somebody else, you know? You kind of have, it's a journey that you have to do yourself. I'm shaking like this because I have to pee. So let's keep going. We're just going to finish this up real quick, you guys. This is the Hanged Man. Yes. So cool. There's, like, what else could you represent the Hanged Man with a freaking animal that actually hangs upside down? Oh my gosh, there's so much in the comments. Go pee, we can wait. What am I supposed to do? Just like leave you guys here to like look at my, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go really quickly and go pee. Don't feel bad. And you guys can check out all this stuff in my background. Okay, see this? I'll be right back. Oh no. I'm back. I'm back. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Thanks, guys. I just like wash my hands so quick though, so I gotta like wipe them off so I don't ruin my cards. Sometimes people intimidate me as well with their knowledge or gifts. I just try to get to know and learn tarot because even though I'm fairly new, it gives me so much. Nikki, that's all you can do. Please do not compare yourself to other people. I did that a lot in the beginning and it was very discouraging. And when I started opening up and just kind of talking and doing what felt right, it just made so much sense. You beat me back. I know, I feel like that's the quickest I've ever peed. And I really appreciate you guys hanging on. That was really weird for me to just like leave a live stream here. But you can kind of see what's going on in my altar over here. I'm getting it together. There's still so much I want to do. We only have a few cards left. And we're on the Death card. And this one is really cool. This is like kind of a daunting looking card, but I like it. It's just I would be leery to use this sort of deck with everybody. Yes, I agree. Comparison ruins the fun of tarot. So I did this group reading that I talked about in my favorites video where I did my first back-to-back like 9 people, 9 or 10 people that I did, and they were all typically between the ages, I'd say, of like 50s, even to 70s, and a few of them were older. So bye. Have a great dinner. Thanks for stopping by. I'm sorry I couldn't get to all of your comments, but please join me on more of these live chats, and I will try and talk to you guys more, but we're kind of trying to get through the deck, and I really enjoy hearing you and seeing you in the comments. I know that you've been subscribed to me for a little bit now, and I appreciate you seeing you in here. But this sort of deck would not have gone over very well with that sort of age group and with people who were not really familiar with tarot. My ear on my left side is ringing. What does that mean? I don't know. That's crazy. What deck did you use that evening again? I used the Wildwood Tarot, and that was interesting. It went well enough to where I was like getting good messages, but I hadn't been using it for long enough, I think, to have used that deck. And I feel like I could have probably used a different deck and had a little bit better of meaning. Means someone is talking about you. Probably my boyfriend thinking, damn, is she done with this live stream yet? We're supposed to be working on the house. I love live chats as being new to tarot. It's great to talk to over people who do tarot and see more decks. We say ringing in the ear is always someone talking about you. Yeah. But when I always hear it on one side versus the other, like if I hear it in both of my ears or something, I'm like, oh, someone's talking about me. But I really have learned to tune into my body on the sides, and I created this for myself. This might not work for you, but this is what works for me. So anything on my left hand side is the feminine energy. It's what comes in, it's the yin, it's the flow inward of energy, and I associate it with the female sense. So if I feel, sense, hear, get any sensations, tingling, if I feel touching, if I feel ringing, I am associating it with a female energy or female mindset, and the opposite for the right side. It's a very masculine, it's the yang, it goes out, it's what, go out and get, it's action. And so a lot of the times when I'm communicating with spirit or my spirit guides, I can, if I'm asking certain questions, or if I just all of a sudden randomly feel something or am sensing something on specific parts of my body, I've learned to try and tune into that to try and create a dialogue and a message. And sometimes I don't get anything, and sometimes I do. So I don't know why I told you that, but that's what works for me. This death card is gorgeous. I love it. It's everything that I would want from a death card. But if I would have pulled that card in a reading for those women on that group in that day, I think I would have gotten I would have had some issues, I think. Look at this temperance card. Oh my gosh, that's so gorgeous. Look at the coloration in here. I absolutely adore this. This is so interesting to have this, what is this, a heron? Is this a heron? Yeah, that's a heron, right? This energy and the way that it almost looks like it's keeping its body warm, or it's shielding something from the outside from this flame. I really like this, and I honestly hate when I pull the death card for people when I do readings. They always get so freaked out. Yeah, I think I don't know. I understand that they don't understand that it's not always bad. Yes, a herring. Okay, I want to pause and talk about the death card because I had a really strange situation during the group read with the death card. Hello, Sammy. I just tuned in the bathroom moment. That was hilarious. Sorry. I'm so sorry. The Wild Unknown is my favorite deck. Oh, that's so good that you click with it. I am not giving up on it, but I'm struggling a little bit with like the court cards and stuff. So what's funny about the death card is I really urge you all to get over your fear of having to read for somebody else when the death card comes up. So yes, there are people that will be like, oh no, the death card, I'm not going to hear anything bad or whatever. But I will tell you that if you're projecting that fear out, even subconsciously, you're going to get it. It's going to come to you and you're going to have to deal with it, because I had the oldest woman that was in the reading of this group reading. She had never done tarot before. You could tell that she was like kind of leery, but she was open enough. She wasn't feeling well, and she was probably in her mid-80s. And I was very nervous I know that I projected this out, and this was a lesson for myself during this reading. So, I was shuffling her cards, and I was like, if I get the death card, she's gonna freak out. She's gonna freak out. Don't mind them. They're actually pretty clear to me instead of the court card or any other in the Wild Unknown. Yeah, okay. So anyways, I'm shuffling and out fucking pops the death card. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, we'll just stick this over here and I'll get to that afterwards and I'll just continue throwing. So this card popped out. Lo and behold, I got through her whole reading and I was connecting with her. Like I was saying some things that she was seeming to resonate with. But I could tell that I wasn't getting to what she was wanting me to get to. She was hoping that I would bring something up, and I wasn't. I was dancing around it. And it was because she was looking for me to bring up that her dead husband is around her and will not leave her alone and will not let her go to sleep. And her whole reading was about, to me, I kept bringing up, like, why are you not sleeping well? Like, what's going on? Can we fix your routine? What do you think it, like, and she wouldn't divulge this bit of information here. And as soon as this card popped out, I had sense that there was a spirit, or that this was more of a literal sense than it typically comes through for readings. You know, it talks a lot about transformation, and, you know, there's so many things that could be associated with the death card. But for me, in this reading, as soon as this little mother dropped out, I knew that it had to do with the literal sense of death, and either her grieving or an actual spirit being around her. But I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to go there because I was fearful at her reaction. And as soon as I brought it up, as soon as I was honest with it and came out with what I wanted to say, the reading ended off beautifully. And so that's just a good example about how not to allow yourself to be blocked of your own insecurities and your own... Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all she wanted. She didn't care. It didn't matter to her. She wanted me to say that. Anyways, end rant or end story. It was a good lesson for me, though. That's so powerful, though. Wow. So always trust the cards and the feelings. Yeah. And if they don't like it, they don't have to listen to it, I guess. What card do you identify the most with, Sam? Oh my gosh. That's a good question. Hold on. Thank you so much for sharing that. Oh, I couldn't read the rest of that. What card do I associate the most with? There's so many. Are you kidding? I really associate a lot with the Magician card. I feel like that's one of my number ones. I really associate with the Hermit card. Sam Holloway, thank you so much for sharing. So true. You can't let your own fears control somebody else's reading. Exactly. You're going to project that on. Yeah, I feel like I was asking for that lesson, you know? Thank you so much for sharing that. So true. You can't let your own feels... Oh, I already read that. Sorry. That's what she said. Thank you for hoping. Thank you. I love the Hermit and the Moon. I love the Moon card. I love it. It's hard sometimes and it's great sometimes. But if I were to pick a couple cards, I wouldn't pick that one. I also really resonate actually with the Four of Swords. It's one of my stalkers because as you can tell, I'm a talker and I'm a goer and I'm a doer and I don't stop, and I've got definite Gemini vibes all day, every day. And, I need to make sure that I give myself plenty of rest and recoup. And so it's funny that I associate with very hermit-y vibes and also with, I don't know. It's just, yeah, I'm a Four of Pentacles. I actually have a new appreciation for the Four of Pentacles after having it be one of my months in my year ahead spread, definitely. So I'm trying to think of other ones that I connect with a lot. I mean, all of them I connect with in some sort of way, but if I were to kind of like describe myself, I already described myself in the court cards, kind of. As a young child, I was the Page of Swords all day. Like, I was the Page of Swords. And I still have swords energy around me, but as I grow into womanhood, or as I've grown into more of a woman, I every day feel myself much more of a Queen of Pentacles vibes and Queen of Cups kind of vibe. But yeah, like I can kind of, I feel all of them, boys and girls. I feel all of them. The Devil card. Oh my gosh. Holy, yeah. Oh, by the way, we're still doing this over an hour later. The Devil. Look at this. Holy crap. His feet are on fire. Weird. There's so much you could get from this. Totally get this example. Happened with the same card at the fair. I was doing harp therapy sessions associated with readings. Whoa. Interesting. Black Phillip. Look at this. Very cool. This is the Tower, which I love. I love, 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 love so much. So simple. All you need. And it's got the Tower vibes, but it's still sticking with the continuity of this deck and the imagery and the way that it's, to me, the way that this is hitting the top. Like, if you think about this deck this deck, this tree might not actually have to come all the way down, which is weird. But you know, the tower is a lot about building from the ground up, rebuilding the foundations. But the way that the lightning is striking like the top half of it, it could split it right down the center. It could, and you just don't see it yet in this image. But there is still a pretty big base here, looks like a pretty solid foundation. So interesting how I might read with this tower card versus others. It will need all the energy to regrow the top from the bottom up. Exactly. Like, you still have the meaning there, but it's just a little different with looking at it that way. And I discovered that the girl was reading for a talented medium, and she works with the dead, like, professionally. Very cool. Awesome, awesome, awesome. The star card, nice and simple. I don't need a lot from star cards. I really don't. Like, they're pretty simple and easy, and they come across exactly how they need to for every reading, and it's very different. One of my favorite ways that was described to me in the star card was in the Kitchen Table Tarot book by Melissa Sanova. If you guys do not have this book, I highly recommend that you get this. It just takes a modern twist on the meanings of the cards. I'm so glad I got to see the last part of this direct video. I have to go to bed though. Good night. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you, thank you. We're finishing up anyway, so you're not going to miss too much. But the star card was kind of described as like that cool drink of water. But how I describe it a little bit further into it is she kind of talks about like maybe being on a long hike and like forgetting your water or drinking too much of it too quick and running out, and you're like so thirsty and so cotton mouth, and you're like, oh, I just need water so bad, I'm so thirsty, like I'm not gonna make it, I'm not gonna make it. And then you get to your car and there's like an old water bottle with like a little bit of like warm water in there, but you don't even care it's old. You just want to like rinse your mouth out because it's so dry, and you have that little drink of water that gives you hope, that sustains you until you can get to the next liquor store to grab that bottle of water that's cold and fresh. The star card to me is that little glimmer of hope, that little bit of grace, or that little bit of in between where you're like, it might have been a hard time, or it might have been, you know, challenging, but up until now I'm starting to see these wishes and these hopes manifest itself. I love to describe that card that way. And obviously it can go so many other different ways, but I love thinking about it in that sense as like a little bit of grace, or that hope. I love it. So anyways, we're getting through this, you guys. Here's the moon card. I love that there's no animals in this one. I think that that's really interesting, and I like how the trees are coming across pure white in this night sky background. Very, very cool. We're almost there. We have the sun card. Woo! Look at that sun card. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love how it's like almost blood red in the middle of it, and it's just leaching out into the lighter yellow. I love it. Cool. There's 4 little what looks like doves or birds around the corner too. It is really vibrant. The Judgment. Whoo! Gosh, these are some powerful major arcana cards. I'm vibing for sure. Judgment. This bird up here is like, show me what you got. Show me your clarity. Show me your worth. What are you bringing to the table, you ugly flock of blackness? I am here to purify. I love it. And lastly, yay, we did it. We got through the whole thing. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating so bad. The tea, though. The world card. You guys, I have no shame. No shame. No shame at all. The world card. And this is what is on the front of the beautiful freaking box and the front of the guidebook. We didn't even look into the guidebook. I'm so sorry, but I will be taking and going through myself. There isn't a whole ton of reading here. So let's just go and end this on reading about the final one, which is the world card here. So it's set up a lot like the oracle card. You could do a 1-card pull message. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I will shuffle these bad boys up and we'll end on a card to see what we need to get here. And I'm not going to deal with reversals because they're all the same way right now. And if you don't like that I riffle shuffle my deck, I don't care. I love it. And by the way, these freaking just shuffled like a dream. Ooh, yes. That's what I want from a deck. Okay, I was literally just doing a reading on my tarot app and pulled the world card when you showed the last one. Nice. You do it. You riffle away. I don't care. I love it. I love it. Okay. Let me just settle down, stop sweating for like a minute, and really tune in here to end this lovely, lovely live chat off. Can't believe you guys stuck with me for over an hour and let me go pee and everything. Okay, what do we got, you guys? Of course we did. Look at this baby. Well, of course we did. We got the card where my freaking head was buzzing. Like, it wanted me to talk about this card, and I just kept rambling, and I just kept, we had fun in your joy. Good, good. I kept wanting to talk about it, but I couldn't, like, I just kept stumbling over it, and I couldn't, my head was, like, vibrating with this. I do want to go to the guidebook so we can take a look at the reading, because this is really short, which is actually nice. I like short and sweet. Some of the decks I have guidebooks that are so nice and juicy and have really long, lovely interpretations, but I do want to take a look at the guidebook, like, I want to see what has it got to offer, because I have the Oracle deck and the writing in there, I don't know. I don't use the guidebook at all. Where is this card? So wait, we have, okay, we have the wands, we have the cups, the swords, and the pentacles. So we have, okay, here, pentacles. Here we go. Here we go. 9 of Pentacles. So in the guidebook, just so you guys can see, there is, you know, a little black and white version of the card and just this like little short summary of what, you know, she's associating with the cards. And this says, happy, healthy home. Always a welcome card. The 9 of Pentacles is a time to enjoy the many results of your loyalty and hard work. This may be a promotion at work or newfound stability and happiness at home. It's even possible that you'll find yourself enjoying the finer things in life, as luxury and refinement oftentimes accompany this card. And I'm sure that there's a lot other associations that you might resonate with this, but right now, in the midst of this live stream, if you didn't hear me in the beginning, my boyfriend and his daughter are getting our house still prepared. We just moved into this new home. There's boxes everywhere. We're having a party on Friday. And while we're trying to, it's for you, it's your happy, it is, I knew it was for me, and I was trying to like, I can see you and all enjoy it so much in the vlogs. This is about being happy in our home. It's going to get done when it gets done. This is really about enjoying all of the things that we've worked so hard for and that we've set up, and we've done all of this work, and we're really just like happy and so protective. And there's 4 of us, you know, in the family. I have my best friend living here too, but as a family, as the 4 of us, we've worked so hard to get to this point, and we're just so happy and just stable and just kind of building this foundation. So if I were to give a message to you all, I would say take this in the Mercury retrograde sense, because Mercury retrograde, if you are not familiar, is a great time. We're going to be in it until about the 23rd, 22nd of this month. It's a time for communication to go inwards. It's a time to reflect, revisit, reorganize, relax. It's a time to really go within. And within your home is a really great time to assess the energy in your rooms, in your house. Where do you feel comfortable? Where do you not feel comfortable? How can you reorganize or get rid of the shit that does not serve you anymore, so where you can feel like your space is a sacred space that flows well for you. So create that within your own life. I'm going to do the same. I love you all so, so, so much. Thank you for sticking with me for this super mega long live stream. I love you all so much. A big shout out and thanks to Brianna. She's such a lovely soul. Brianna, I love you so much. Thank you for this. She gifted me this, and I'm so grateful and happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you all. I think that's, what is that? The Disney. Thank you guys so much. I'm happy for you and your new home and all the effort. Thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you. I will see you guys next time. Bye.